The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, welcome to the Ring and Holler of the Sports. My name is Leo Connors. I'm your host, along with my tag team partner, co-host Derek Dukes.
What's up, baby?
What's happening, buddy?
How you doing today?
I'm doing good, buddy.
Good to see
doing
you.
Real good.
Good to see you.
Big news.
Big?
Big news in the WWE.
What do you mean? You mean huge news?
Huge, yeah.
Yes.
Huge news.
Huge news, brother.
About, what do they call him? A fat guy that can work? But we'll get there.
Oh.
Look at the goosebumps.
See?
See? Wow, you really do.
Because he's... Look,
I know.
bro.
I know.
I mean, ain't no playing.
That's unbelievable. You guys should see that. Hopefully, they high def will be able to pick
Because
that
I'm
up.
telling you,
That's
right?
incredible.
I'm telling you, man. It's... What a swerve.
Yeah. Oh, I know. That was
What a
nice, huh?
swerve.
That was awesome.
Why don't we start the show, sir?
Yes, we're going to go right into Monday Night Raw.
Are you sure?
Yes, we're taping this on September 2nd, so
Yep.
Monday Night Raw was the 29th. And we're going to, that's right, thank you very much
That's
for
right.
reminding me. We're going to go to our opening segment with Derek's Cigar of the Day. Hello, Hooch Bags. I had to say it first. Go ahead.
Hello, Hooch Bags. Tonight,
Yes.
we are
What do we
going
got?
to pay tribute to my friend Sean.
Nice. Hi, Sean.
Sean V. What's up, brother? Hooch
Nice.
Bag. So what that means is I have here a beautiful Rocky. Oh, I'm over here now. Rocky Patel. Rocky Patel is it's got Honduras like a Honduran filler. Great smoke. It's not a light smoke,
Right.
but it's like you're a smoker.
Yep.
You would actually enjoy this very much. Great pull on it. Just a wonderful all-around smoke. They make a bunch of different ones, but this is the Rocky Patel Edge.
Nice.
This is the Edge. So if you're looking for a great smoke, everybody, which you know me, the cigar guy,
That's right.
Hooch Bags, love you all. And you want to go to Castro's Back Room. It's got 4 locations, Nashua, Manchester, Bedford, Concord. Go check out, tell Eric that Dynamite Derek Dukes or Dynamite sent you. He'll give you a great deal on some smokes. Salud.
Nice. Sean. Yeah, baby. Sean
Yes, sir.
V, right?
Sean V.
Sean V. All right. Right into Monday Night Raw.
Oh, boy.
I loved how it opened with the Universal title guys sitting in the ring.
That was pretty.
That was cool.
That's pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Roman didn't do much talking. He went to talk and Seth cut him off and all that. But I
Every
liked how
time.
Big Cass was in there saying, he has nothing to
Yeah.
lose.
Yep.
That was really good. I had said a couple of weeks ago that Big Cass, sometimes it seemed like he was doing better on the mic when Enzo wasn't there. Remember?
Getting better.
right?
Yes.
And
yes.
he definitely was good Monday night.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no doubt.
I will always interrupt the show.
Wow.
Yeah, I told
Guys,
you.
This is good stuff.
It's a great, like I said, the Edge is
Right.
one of their brands, but I mean, just
Oh, that's
that
beautiful.
filler. That's just, I mean, look how tight the filler is.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
It's
smoke.
it's just it's a great smoke.
Nice,
Great smoke. I'm
nice.
sorry, but I'm
That's
excited.
all right.
I'm excited about
I
this,
know you
brother.
are.
Big time.
So they went back and forth, all 4 of them, until Roman sucker punched Owens.
As
Was
usual.
it Owens?
As
Yeah,
usual.
Owens, right?
As
'Cause
usual.
That was next to him.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Then he went after Rollins. Rollins went after him, and then Big Cass came over and saved him. They all
Right.
went back and forth. Next thing you know, segment's over.
The usual.
The usual stuff.
Yeah.
But it was a good opening segment. A little different than usual because usually it's one guy and then another guy, and then instead they were all there at
Yeah.
once. I kind of like that.
It was different, and it was good writing. It really was. It was good writing for the night.
It really was. You're right. But then the show opened up with Chris Jericho, who right now, I'm sorry, but I know he's a heel, but I'm loving this heel thing. He with the hand
Yes.
walk. I mean, I'm sorry, but I've read all 3 of his books, and I love how in his last book how he talks about how he keeps changing little things. dude.
Right. Yes. That's what I said. The little things.
The scarf now. I mean, the scarf.
The scarf, and now he's got the little goat
The little
going
goat,
on.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's so funny looking on him too, because he's never really had. I mean, it's so thin.
We've been watching him since the early 80s / early, I should say late 90s.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and
the 90s.
well, see, I remember him in Stampede.
Right. Oh no, I hear you. Yeah.
You know, because he is from the dungeon.
Oh yeah. And this is his first American promotion was Smoky Mountain, correct?
Correct. That's right.
When he went down to work with Jimmy, him and Lance.
And they were a great tag team, and they tried to be the face. Oh God.
Yeah. Did you ever see some of their promos that
Oh.
they come out? Like the vignettes, I mean?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Talk about. And there's nothing wrong with this, okay? What I'm going to say, but the gayest looking
Yes, correct.
things that I've ever
Correct.
seen. The only one that really was just as gay looking back then was the first one of the Fabulous ones.
Yes.
And they were a great tag team
Yep.
too, but
Great tag
they were
team.
horrible looking. You know, the no shirt, you know, just they're
with the
just,
suspender gimmick going
yeah,
through.
Dude.
Oh.
And they laugh. I've seen shoot interviews with them guys, and
Yeah.
they're like, they shake their heads and like,
Oh,
I
God,
can't
it's-
believe we did that.
It's
But Jericho took on Neville, which I thought was a great match.
you know, it was a good
Neville
back
is
and forth.
awesome.
It was a good back and forth.
Neville
yeah.
was awesome. I think, unfortunately, because of his size, Vince and them will never, even Triple H, even though he likes cruiserweights, I don't think he's ever going to be pushed to the moon. But you never know.
You know,
never know.
when
He
they-
is the closest to Daniel Bryan of in-ring work that I've
Correct,
seen
correct.
in the promotion.
But with the cruiserweight gimmick coming,
yeah.
let's hope that they'll put him in the mix and get him some really good action.
Yes.
You know,
Real quick, seeing you brought that up, I have to say, did you see the commercial?
I did.
Tommaso's
I
coming.
did.
3 weeks. Tommaso's coming. Cedric Alexander's coming. It's going to be exciting, dude. I'm sorry.
Dude,
it's going to be exciting.
It's gonna be unbelievable.
I can't
It is.
wait for that, you know, to see Ciampa back in a Raw ring.
Oh, God.
You know, I mean, when we saw him last, and he was a lawyer. Remember that? Was that against the Undertaker, right?
Yes. Yep.
He was the lawyer for Muhammad Hassan.
Yep.
Is that who it was?
Right.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. It
Man.
seems. It seems like a very long time
Kidding.
ago. But Jericho defeated Neville and he brought it back for the first time in a long time, at least a year.
I haven't seen that in a while.
The Lion
I haven't
Tamer.
seen it in a
I
long
was
time.
really
I
excited
know.
when he used the move. I really was, you know. And it's good because, again, you was talked about earlier how the swerve at the end of the show.
Correct.
That kind of was a swerve at the beginning right there, too, honestly,
Definitely.
because I didn't see, he has not done that move in a long time.
No.
So that was a really great opening match. I really like that a lot. Then they go backstage afterwards, and they show Bailey with the New Day.
Oh
They're
my-
going to, you know,
dude.
and Dana Brooke comes out, and I got to say, that was the best Dana Brooke has done on the microphone and in her match later on. So far, seriously, I'm not joking. I know you're not high on her,
No.
but honestly and truthfully, it was the best she's looked.
All right.
It really has been. But so they talked about, and then they made a match.
Yes.
She said, Dana Brooke said that she's going to see if she can get Gallows and Anderson, and
Right.
they set up a six-man
what
afterwards.
was it?
Intergender.
New Bay Rocks or something.
Yeah,
or-
yeah, something like that. New Bay, right? Yeah, because
Yeah.
of Bailey, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, the fans love Bailey. They love her.
She's over.
You know what I mean? She's wicked over, dude.
She's
Seriously,
over.
she is really over. You're right. And then they had Nia Jax, who still has not improved whatsoever. So we're just going to say she took on some girl named Hyann, who they gave a promo to at the beginning.
Right.
Right, a little interview.
Gave her a ham sandwich.
Her interview was better than Nia Jax's match.
Oh,
So squash match, we're going to just end it right there. Sorry.
Wrong
If
person.
you're a big fan of Nia Jax, as of right now, until she really proves it to us,
Well,
we're not going to talk
I mean,
lot about
no offense.
her.
I don't give a rat's ass if you are or not. This
Right.
is how I feel, how we feel about
exactly. It's our show.
it. Right.
Remember
So-
that.
So I think she's the shiznits, and
Yep.
and they brought her up way too soon.
Right. And then they had a promo with Gallows and Anderson, who said they're no longer doctors. They're in the retirement,
Yeah.
the retirement business.
Yes.
They're going to retire people.
Yep.
And then at the end, they brought in Dana Brooke, who was in doctor scrubs.
Yeah.
But that was kind of strange how, like, they're no longer doctors, but she is.
Right.
You know, but whatever. It was good. They were always good on the microphone anyways, you know. It's funny because I never really seen a lot of Anderson. I saw him at the, like, on the New Japan, when New Japan first started
Yes.
coming over.
Mhm.
Like, when they first started showing New Japan on American television.
Right. Well,
I
he
saw
actually
it.
had hair back then too.
Right, exactly. But, I mean, and do you remember he, at one point, you know, he was tag team with Baldo, whatever, A-Train.
Yep.
What was his name then? Over there? Albert?
Albert.
Prince Albert,
Prince
right?
Albert.
Yeah.
Albert.
But do you remember
A-Train.
who else went over there when Albert wasn't there for a while and teamed with Anderson and won a tag team title over there?
No.
The local boy, and he's a big boy. Used to be a lumberjack. Rick Fuller.
Really?
Teamed with Carl Anderson for about 6 months.
Really?
Yeah, let us know, guys. Hit us up on Facebook or whatever if you guys remember that. I'm sure Rich Palladino, you must remember that. You know, a lot of you guys must remember that. We can go through a bunch of names, but I just figured I'd throw a shout out to Rich.
Right.
Yeah, so then next up we had Sami Zayn taking on Jinder Mahal. Quick match, you know. I'm not going to say that kick again. I'm going to call it what I want to call it. He
Right.
beat him with the Yakuza kick.
Yeah. Right.
Bang for the quick for the 1, 2,
What does he
3.
call it again?
You're gonna make me say it.
Right, right.
The hell of a kick. I'll say
That's
it.
what I mean, though. Listen
Right.
to what it's called.
I know it's ridiculous.
Just use what the name is
Yeah.
called.
Well, speaking of that, real quick, I know I keep going off toast, but I'm really excited about this. On October 22nd, down at Philly at the old ECW Arena, John Zandig's putting on a cup tournament, the Trent Acid Cup, October
No.
22nd. Cashmere's coming out of retirement.
Wow.
I'm going. I'm going.
That's awesome.
I hate driving to Philly, but I can't miss this. I'm not
Wow.
catering or nothing. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. But I'm definitely going. I already told Maria.
Who's running the show?
Zandig.
Wow.
Yeah, and I know Cashman get me in if I wanted to cater
Right.
it. That's not, probably no
Right.
problem. But does he have the merch to do?
Mhm.
That's the thing. He probably, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Unless he has all the old CZW merch. If
Wow.
he does, then I would
Then
totally
there
do
it
it
is
for
right
that.
there.
It would be
You
worth
better
it.
believe it.
Really would be
Mhm.
worth it. Guys so far announced Teddy Hart. The guys that I know already. Some guy, Smiley. Smiley, I think I seen him on a Beyond show or something like that.
Hmm.
He's really good. I think he comes from House of Glory.
Okay.
Drew Blood. You remember Drew Blood?
No.
Used to team with Devin Moore in the Notorious Inc.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Drew's really good too. I haven't seen. I think he retired for a
Is
while
that the name
too.
he went by, though?
Yeah, yeah.
It was,
Drew
right?
Blood, yeah,
Okay.
Drew Blood. And like I said, I don't think Johnny's in the tournament.
Okay.
But he's gonna be coming out of retirement for sure. I saw his post. I haven't told him yet, but I'm going, dude. I'm definitely
Maybe
going.
they'll just grab someone to job for him or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he'll take on Zandig.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? They used to have heat back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, he used to push Trent to the moon
Mhm.
and kind of give Johnny the old,
Yep.
you know. But you know something? He respects Johnny though.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think if Johnny was ever going to come back, this is the place to do it. He has to come back with Zandig. You can't go to CZW with
Yep.
DJ Hyde. You got to go with Zandig.
Yeah.
And he's the guy that really, where they made a name for themselves as the Backstreet Boys.
Good stuff back then.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So like we said, Sami Zayn defeated Jinder Mahal for the 1, 2, 3.
Durr.
And then we had Charlotte on the commentary as Bailey in the New Day
Man.
defeated Dana Brooke and Gallows and Anderson.
What a funny match, though.
It was so weird at the beginning. I'm like shaking my head. I mean, it was funny,
Right.
but it was kind of corny
Mhm.
too. Kind of corny. You know what I mean? But
And Dana
It is
Brooke.
what it is.
And Dana Brooke's still looking like hell.
yeah, but I'm telling you, dude, she actually was better in this than I've seen her since. And I mean that. Rewatch it and tell me what you think.
All right.
Honestly, because I really do believe this was the best I've seen her so far.
All right.
And I don't know about you guys, what you guys think about Dana Brooke, but I definitely think this was the best she's looked. He don't like her at all. You know?
It's too soon.
I kind of like girls that could probably beat me up, whether that sounds weird enough, but, you know, I'm not a big blonde fan, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
they
she's...
brought her up too soon.
Yeah.
She's still green as hell, and she's in the big dog ring, and she looks like hell.
Well, like I said, watch it again and let me know. Tell me if you really do think, because like I said, I think she looked half decent this time.
All right.
Next up, we had Sheamus defeating Cesaro to go up 2-0.
Again, though.
Yeah.
Right.
It looked like they're really working up where Cesaro's got a bad shoulder.
Mhm.
He beat him with the clover leaf.
Yep.
It was a good match, but Sheamus pretty much dominated most of that.
I know.
match, you know?
Showed you which way the swerve was going to go.
Yeah. So Sheamus is up 2-0. And next up, we had a video tribute to Mr. Fuji. Harry Fujiwara.
Yes.
We're going to talk about him at the end of the show. I got a lot of stuff written down. I was a huge fan of Fuji.
Well, you said his name, so I figured I'd pay respect until
That's
the
awesome.
end, of course.
Yes,
Better believe
absolutely.
it. Better believe it.
So next up on Monday Night Raw, we had another squash match as Americo got killed and unmasked by Braun Strowman. Again, what's with them just beating up
I don't understand.
little guys, though? I mean, these guys are all tiny.
Right.
It doesn't even make sense. If you're going to do that, why not put 2 tiny guys in the ring?
mean,
No, do you know what I mean?
right, but-
Didn't they do that before with someone? Remember Scotty Slade wrestled tag team with somebody and they went 2-on-1? Is that Kane?
Heidenreich or Heigen,
Maybe. I don't know, but it was a while ago.
the one that was with Animal for the fake
Heidenreich.
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 I think it was him. I
Okay.
think. Don't quote me,
If
but I
we're
think it
not,
was.
maybe Scotty Slade, maybe you could tell us.
Scotty Slade,
I'll tag you on the
say
thing,
something,
let
brother.
Us know. But I remember seeing it. I wasn't sure. Maybe you teamed the Fury in that? not positive.
No, it
but
wasn't Fury.
It was definitely another local kid, though, because they were in town.
I think it was too.
All right.
Oh, by the way, Scotty, salute. Congratulations on your title win, brother.
Yeah,
Salute.
very nice, very nice. Stephanie and Paul Heyman had a little segment in the ring.
You know how
Stephanie
many-
wants an apology.
Do you know how many jokes, of course, me
Right.
working for ECW, you know how many jokes I've heard people say because people are, he's got this big stack of ones and he starts
That
throwing
was
ones out.
funny.
He's going, 1, 2, 3. And someone quoted underneath and showed a picture of all the ECW guys and said, oh, now you have money to throw around.
That's pretty funny.
Listen, I got paid cash, and thank God, all the guys who wrote checks to who got screwed.
Yep.
I don't know if he ever paid.
No, he hasn't. From what I've understood,
Right,
he
and me
hasn't.
too, and I don't know, and I don't
Yes.
want to get into it because it
Yeah.
wasn't with me, because I called Debbie, his wife, used to pay me, Paul would pay you this much, and Deb would give you a little bit more to help out, so that's how I got paid, and hey, listen, if he never paid them, I'm sorry. If he did, he did.
I thought the segment was good, especially at the end when Paul had that look in his eye as Stephanie was walking
Oh,
away.
yeah.
So you know something's going to be said about that next week
Mhm.
because she didn't supposedly see the look
The
in
look.
his eyes as she's
Right.
walking away,
Mhm.
I want to know where this is going, seriously, because, he F5'd Shane.
Right,
And now Stephanie all of a sudden wants to stick up for her brother.
right.
But before, she didn't want to have anything to
did-
do with him.
nope, not at all.
So it's just kind of flip-flopping.
Something going on.
But there's something to it, and I'm sure, we'll find out at the end.
Another swerve.
Another swerve, but I really like that segment. I do like Stephanie. She is one of the best talkers in the WWE. She really is.
Yeah.
She really
Yeah,
is.
but she was with the best talker.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
best man on the mic.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Better believe it.
Yeah. And we'll talk about him later, too.
Yep.
Oh, boy, will we talk about
Yep.
him. And gotta love it. He's right from this city.
Mm-hmm.
Right down the
Yep.
road, actually. He's actually grew up right down the
Mhm.
street. So next up, we had Darren Young, who
Oh,
defeated
again.
Titus O'Neil.
Again.
And after the match, O'Neil attacked Young and Backlund, beat the
Again.
crap out of him.
Again.
Yeah, and again, this does nothing for me.
No.
Nothing personal against any of the guys involved, except for maybe Backlund.
It's time to switch it up.
Yeah, like I said, this should have been someone. Nothing against Bob Backlund personally, but I really thought they could have used somebody better than that. But
Yep,
whatever.
agreed.
It is what it is.
Agreed.
Then backstage, they show Steph and Mick Foley, and they agree that there has to be a winner tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, and boy, was there. All right, so now we come to the main event.
Oh, boy.
We got Big Cass taking on
7 feet tall.
7 feet tall, taking on Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Kevin Owens. And the match I thought was phenomenal. I really did.
The whole
I thought
match.
that match was great.
The whole match was
Yeah,
good.
I really do. I thought the match was great. Big Cass looked real good in the ring against 3 guys, that technically may, have a little more experience
Of course.
than him, obviously.
But, of course, Owens off the top with the
With-
frog splash.
Oh, dude.
1, 2, 3.
that was awesome.
Great splash.
That was
Great
awesome.
move. Good finish.
Yes.
Boom. He's out.
That's another move that I hadn't seen him do in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
He hasn't done the frog splash
Nope.
in a few weeks. But that was really nice. And then the swerve started. Triple H
So
comes
Triple
out.
H comes out of nowhere, which you were like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
And he just bags Roman.
Oh, pedigrees him right on the
He
ground.
just bags Roman, and he climbs into the ring.
Whoa, no, wait for it. He rolled Roman in
right,
the ring.
right.
Then he went and put Owens in the ring.
Right.
And helped Seth up.
Right.
And then he went in the ring.
Yep, correct. Well,
it-
as he gets into the ring. Yeah, you got into it.
And he goes over to Owens. And right at the last second,
Spun.
Seth is coming around. He spins around.
Boot,
Oh,
grabs him up. You can see him looking,
Nails him.
and you can see just staring, and you can see he's, kicking his feet.
Yeah.
Boom, pedigree. He's telling him.
I loved how Owens did that.
Owens
Seriously, like,
Owens is,
he didn't know what to do.
he didn't know what to do,
Yeah.
but he's telling him. He goes over 1, 2, 3. Crowd pops. He's just sitting there. He's got that look. H goes over, grabs the belt. A fat guy that can wrestle
Man, that
is
was
the world
incredible.
champion, brother.
Yep, it was awesome. It really was.
And I was, but you know how I feel about him as a
Yes,
wrestler.
absolutely.
Like I said, he's not a gym rat.
Right.
He's not the guy up at 5:30 to do his protein shakes and
Right.
hit the.
No.
No, he's the guy up at 7:30
Watching cartoons with
watching
his son.
cartoons with his son, having a coffee.
Yep.
You know what I
And a
mean?
donut.
And then kisses his son and his wife and hits the road as your new
Yeah.
champion, and I love
Your
that.
new WWE Universal Champion.
I love it.
Which is so funny. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Because like everybody that I talk to, all my like relatives and stuff that are into wrestling, I ask them, who do you think's gonna win? And everyone, Seth. And I'm like, that's just the obvious choice. Honestly,
Yes,
it
it
was
was.
the obvious
Yes, it
choice.
was.
I actually told my nephew that I thought it would have been awesome if Big Cass would have gone.
That's what
just to really screw
You know,
with
I was
everybody.
really hoping that it would be like me, of course, thinking that I would love to see Big Cass and Owens in the finals.
Yeah,
I would have been like, whoa.
Yeah.
And of course, what would have happened is Owens would have out wrestled him anyway.
Yeah, right.
But what a swerve, man!
Yeah. What a great
What a great swerve.
And the look on Stephanie's face was awesome. Like supposedly she didn't know.
Nobody knew.
Well, if you notice too, that when they introduced them, once they got to the ring, you know, like they come down the aisle, and then they introduce them for the big boxing UFC type interview.
Yep.
And they introduce Seth, and there's Stephanie.
Yep.
The camera goes on her and Mick. Mick's standing there, not
With
clapping
the
for
belt,
anybody.
just nope.
And she was clapping
Yep.
for Seth. And she made that look like she was like shocked.
I just don't understand the swerve yet.
Well, it looked to me like a double turn, right?
Yeah,
Double-
well, we could think about it. Of course, he hates Roman.
Right.
So, boom.
Right.
He gets rid of Roman, gets rid of the...
Why did he do that to Seth? That's the question.
Well, the whole thing is, right, where's that swerve coming from?
right.
You figure Seth got injured.
Yeah.
Seth didn't do anything for Hunter to,
Right.
like when he went up against Roman and, we lost the title to him and so on and so forth. So,
He's
No swerve.
mad about how he hurt Finn Balor, one of his boys from NXT. Everybody knows. It's never been hidden
No.
that NXT is his. They call it his baby.
that's his baby.
They call it his baby.
When it was FCW, this piece of garbage that they used, like electrical tape to hold the ring together and
Right.
stuff, and H finally said, we own
you
this
doing?
now. What the hell are we doing?
Right.
That's when he went to the big dog and said, I have a vision.
Right.
What did
It's
Vince
awesome.
say?
Take it.
Go.
Yeah.
Run with it.
And look at it.
My God, they sell out quicker than they sell out the WWE arena.
they do.
The
They do.
NXT does. So you figure that that's his baby. Is that the swerve? What you did to Balor? And
I'm thinking that's about the only thing I can think of. That's the
I'm
only
dying.
thing I
I'm
can think of.
dying to hear what he has to say. Dying.
And that's going to be next week.
I know,
So, but
I
like
know.
we said earlier, 3 weeks, the cruiserweights are coming to Raw.
Man, I
Are
can't
they
wait.
going to be in Boston or they must be in the Northeast, I would hope, right? Or on the East Coast because it's got to be somewhere. If Alexander's coming up, who's from what, North Carolina?
North Carolina. Yep.
Right? And then, Tommaso from Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Well, now he's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. But everybody knows
Yep.
where
Where him
he
and
got
his,
his
where him and his
start.
wife Jessie moved to.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's very, very exciting times right now in the
Yeah.
WWE. Now we're going to move on to the Cruiserweight Series.
Oof. Getting hot.
Wow.
Getting hot.
Now, last week we taped on a Tuesday night, the 23rd, so we're going to cover the last 2 weeks of television.
Can you believe this is the 1st of September?
Yeah,
Already?
The second.
It's the first, brother.
No?
Yes, it is the
It is
first.
the first?
Yes, sir.
Wow, see that? I don't even know what day
You know
it
how
is.
I know?
How?
Because I'm going to tell you right now.
It's not your
September
birthday, is
3rd,
it?
my daughter Demi's 23rd
Ah, there you go. So, of course, he'd remember.
Happy
know what
birthday,
day
baby.
it is.
Daddy loves
Happy
you.
birthday.
Salud.
Very nice. So we're going to cover last week's show first. There
Yep.
was 3 matchups, and then we're going
And
to talk about the Elite Eight.
3 great matches.
Yes. And very excited, right?
Oh, yeah.
The show opened up with Rich Swann
Yep.
defeating Lindsay Dorado
Yep.
with, they call it the Phoenix Splash, but isn't it like the standing
The sta-
jumping 450?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's pretty wild, man.
Good stuff.
I love how he does that.
Mhm.
As you guys all know, I'm a huge fan of Rich Swann. Very excited that he's going, into the Elite Eight.
Working his way into the Elite 8, correct.
Now, real quick, we're talking about Lindsay Dorado. Did you
Mhm.
hear the news?
I did.
Our buddy Pat Dillon's bringing him
Yep.
into town. Now, I told Pat I'd be there, but I got a problem, Derek. You might have to go because Pat's going to get us an interview for the show,
Wow.
right?
Okay.
I'm going to see Rat and Dawkins that night with my buddy Joe, right? Joe asked me first, and then Pat, and then all of a sudden I looked, the dates are the same.
Right.
I can't make it.
Well, we'll see what we can
So
do.
if you can't go, we'll talk to Pat. I'm definitely going to buy an autograph for Jazair and stuff anyways.
See what we can do.
You know what I mean? But
Yep.
I am not going to be able to go. And I want to help out Pat, obviously. I love Pat. But so Rich Swann defeated Lindsay Dorado in the first match. Who's coming to Massachusetts on September 23rd. It's going to be in Boston on Dorchester Avenue. I can't remember the exact place, but we'll tell you as the time comes on because we love Pat.
Well, what you want to do is go on Facebook.
Go to Pat Dillon.
Well, either that or go to your
UFO Wrestling.
Correct.
You're right, UFO Wrestling. Or you can check out Pat Dillon. He does a lot of live videos, and they're pretty cool.
Funny.
Pat, you know, you were asking for people questions today. I said 3 times, I said, hey, what's up, Pat? And you skip right over me. You talked to Freddie Moxley Reese or whatever that kid's name is.
He talked to the Mizarks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, come on now.
Yep.
Next up, we had Zack Sabre Jr.
Yep.
defeating Drew Gulak in a great match. Really was a great match.
That was a long match, too.
It was. Yeah, it was about 15
That was a
minutes.
long match for
Yeah.
what they had that set up for.
I liked the finish, too. It really did. It kind of looked like Drew was going to go over.
I thought it
And
was,
Drew's
too.
Bigger.
I thought it.
He seems like he's much bigger, even though they're like the same weight.
Yeah, but he seems a lot more. What's the word I want to
Thicker.
use? Thicker. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say stocky, but
And-
yeah.
And I like Drew Gulak.
Mhm.
I've seen him a couple of times at Beyond Wrestling. I've
Mhm.
seen him at Chikara when they came to Nashua a couple of years ago.
Yep. Yeah, but Junior's the man. He's crazy.
Oh, yeah. He really is.
He is. He's
And
nuts.
They say he's probably one of the best wrestlers in the world. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be hard. When we get to the Final 8, I'm going to try to pick. I don't know. Well, we have a couple of the Final 8
Yep.
matches already.
Yep.
Okay, so there'll be 2 other matches.
Correct.
And they probably said what they were last
Yep.
night. But unfortunately, my WWE network ran out. And we have new cards, so they didn't renew it. So I wasn't able to watch it
Right.
last night. So this afternoon, I should say.
Right.
So I was pretty pissed.
Do our homework.
Yeah, I was pretty pissed. So I did my homework by looking it up
Yep.
and reading about it, but I didn't get to watch the match. I did watch the highlights of the Grand Metallica,
Yep.
Kiro Tozawa match.
Yep.
That'll be coming up. T.J. Perkins
Mhm.
really surprised me when he defeated Johnny Gargano.
Well, you have to remember that Gargano with the bad leg.
Yeah, true.
You know, they worked him
They
over.
worked it.
But what? I'm gonna swerve here for a second.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What an unbelievable match him and Tommaso had against the
Oh,
champions.
that was yeah. Oh, yeah. The revival.
great.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
I mean, that must have been had to be 22 minutes.
Easy, at least. No, right around there. Yeah. 20,
What a
22 minutes.
great match, man.
I think it might have been the match of the night.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Just the way they all worked
Yeah.
together.
Even though Nakamura won the title that night, we didn't even cover that.
I know.
We had so much other.
We had
things
so
to
much else
talk
going
about.
on.
We'll try to touch up on that next week. But
Well, you kind of spilled the beans right there now.
yeah, but there's more to talk about.
Oh,
There's
yes.
other
Oh,
things,
there
you know,
is.
But Nakamura did beat Samoa Joe for the title. We can at least say that anyway.
Well, we can because supposedly the swerve is Joe is coming up.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome.
Well, think about it. Well, actually, yes and no. All the TNA guys are now working in NXT.
Right.
So let's have Joe feud with a few of them before he comes up.
Bobby Roode.
With Bobby. I mean, he already had EY
Yep.
before he actually signed with WWE. Did a match with Joe. Of course, he laid down, but
Right.
whatever. I mean,
Yep.
he still had a great match with him, and EY is a great performer. You got, of course, A-Double, my man Dan. I love Dan.
Yep.
He's one of the baddest wrestlers on the
Right.
planet. And then you got Bobby Roode.
Right.
And, of course, Bobby Roode is trying like hell to make them to turn heel.
Yeah.
And they're
They
just,
won't- they won't let 'em. They won't
no,
let 'em.
they won't let him. And how do you turn heel if the crowd doesn't let you?
Right. He's got to hit somebody they really love.
You know, yeah, he needs to go after,
Nakamura.
Ooh.
That might make him hated pretty damn quick.
Ooh, yeah, because he's,
Everybody loves
Nakamura,
right
I
now,
know.
You know what I mean?
And you figure Nakamura was a heel
Right?
in Japan.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's another swerve.
Yeah.
That's a huge swerve.
I love Nakamura. I really do. And I love Bobby Roode.
Great worker.
Real quick, I want to say something too about NXT. They're pushing the kid Steve Cutler. Remember we talked
Yes.
about him, how he was jobbing
Yep.
before? They're giving him a push now.
Yep.
As a top guy.
Yeah, he did a good job the other
He's
night.
awesome.
Yep.
I was very surprised when they had him keep, you know what I mean? Like, he lost a couple of quick matches.
Yep.
And I was like, he's way better than that.
Well, maybe think about it, and it's the God honest truth. You just because you're working for the main brand
Right.
doesn't mean you're going to be a star, shall we say?
True, true.
Let me. I didn't want to. I'm
Oh.
not. Listen.
Yeah.
He's working for NXT.
Right.
So he's a big dog.
Right.
And that, I think that when you get to that level, There's only, of course, one other level to go. But you are still working for the WWE.
Right.
So, of course, God bless, and good for you. You made it to the big stage.
Yep.
But maybe they will give him a great push and start putting him against real workers
It's looking like they're starting to.
where he can compete against to start getting some W's.
I think the kid can compete against anybody.
Anyone.
Too. He really
Great.
can. Steve Cutler's a great worker.
Yep, great worker.
He's been working down in Florida for a long time.
Mhm.
You know, FIP.
Yep.
You know, which was affiliated back in the day with Ring of Honor.
Ring of
now
Honor.
they're affiliated with Evolve.
Right.
Got to do with Gabe
Yep.
Sapolsky. You
Mhm.
know, Gabe's been doing great things. Triple H loves Gabe too.
Oh, yeah.
Paul loves Gabe too.
Yep.
Give me another coffee, Gabe. No, just joking, Gabe. I'm just joking. I know you did get his coffee though, but that's neither here nor there. You honestly, when I was catering those Ring of Honor shows when you were working with Rob and stuff, you were really good. You threw some phenomenal temper tantrums that I got to see too. Did you ever hear about those?
Oh, yeah.
They're like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, they're legendary.
Legendary. Yeah.
Legendary.
Yep. That's the word to use.
I heard on a shoot interview one time that he grabbed there was like stacks of ashtrays, little, you know, the little
Yep.
plastic ashtrays, and he got so mad he just started throwing them. He was breaking them. He must have threw like 30 of them. Right? He was so mad. Another time he had a clip on. I saw this one, screaming like a girl. Yeah, with the highest pitched voice. He was so mad because the music got screwed up.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't even anything like huge.
Right.
But legendary blow-ups by Gabe. Gabe, we just make it funny, honestly, because you're very talented at what you do, honestly. If Triple H has a working agreement with you with Evolve and stuff,
Then
you're obviously doing something
You're
right.
doing something right.
And I'm just teasing you, honestly. I like you, Gabe, and I respect you a lot. Just having a little fun. All right, so we got the Elite Eight. Like we said,
Yep.
T.J. Perkins defeated Johnny Gargano with the knee bar submission,
Of
like
course.
you said, working on the leg.
Working on the leg.
That was hurt in the match against the Revival.
Yes, in NXT.
Yes.
Yes.
Because that was after the Ciampa Gargano match, correct?
Correct.
It was, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so now the Elite Eight. T.J. Perkins,
Mm-hmm.
Zack Sabre Jr., Grand Metalik, Akira Tozawa, Kota Ibushi, Brian Spanky Kendrick,
Oh, my God.
Rich Swann, and Noam Dar.
What a
So that kind of like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, you say all their names, and no offense at all to Noam Dar. It's just you say all those names, everybody that's hugely into wrestling
Yep.
like we are
Yep.
knows everyone, and then
All of a sudden.
no, but you know something good for him.
Yep.
Good for him, because guess what? We know who he is now, don't
Well,
we?
of course we do, but
We
also
know
that
who
goes
he
to
is
show
now.
you the push.
Yeah.
So
I love it. I love
Good.
it. It's good to see a guy that we're not really familiar with, anyways. Honestly, in this, because now you're forcing us to watch him
Exactly.
and learn more about him. You know. So last night they had the first two matches of the Elite Eight, as Akira Tozawa took on Grand Metalik. Great match.
wow.
Both matches went like 20 minutes. Those are the only two matches on the show, if
I
I'm
know.
not mistaken.
Yeah, because it was like
That's
a
what I
40.
read.
I think
It's like a 45-minute
Minute
show.
show,
Something
yeah.
like that. Yeah, because they do. Remember, they let the guys talk before their matches.
Yes.
They run a little couple of minute segment.
Yep.
They run a couple commercials
Mhm.
for the network. But our Grand Metalik with the Metallic Driver defeated Akira Tozawa in a great back and forth match.
Yep.
I didn't know who was going to win, honestly, because going into this, all right, these two matches last night, if the guys that lost would have won, I wouldn't have thought anything of it.
Exactly.
Honestly,
Nope.
it's how good these guys really are.
agreed.
You really want to swerve me? If Noam Dar wins the whole thing, that will swerve me.
Right.
That'd be about the only way. But
Right.
any of the other 7 guys, if they won, how could you argue? They're all phenomenal wrestlers.
Right.
But so in the second match, we had Kota Ibushi
Mm-hmm.
taking on Brian Kendrick.
Oh my God.
Did you see Kendrick? He broke out the sliced bread
Wow.
number 2.
Yeah, he
Did
did.
you see what else he broke out?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
The Burning Hammer, which
he-
supposedly was banned
banned.
from WWE. Do you think he just did it because it might be his last match? And was that
I'm pretty
an
sure.
homage to some of his favorite independent wrestlers? Now, you know who uses that move for an independent wrestler? Danny Maff.
Oh, right.
Oh, man,
right.
his Burning Hammer is awesome.
Mhm.
I mean, that move's been used by many people.
Right.
Kenta
Yep.
used it. A lot of people have used it. But I'm just saying Danny Maff used it. And I used
Right.
to love that when he worked in Ring of Honor.
Yep.
He used the Burning Hammer. But that match was phenomenal. I thought Kendrick had a chance to win. I really do. But I have a feeling that Ibushi's probably going to win the whole thing. He is unbelievable, man.
As much
He
as I
is.
think it's gonna be between him and Swan.
Yeah, I want Swan to win. Don't get me
Right,
wrong.
but I think the final's gonna be those two.
that would be awesome.
I really do.
And if Swan wins, you're going to see one happy dude over here. I'm telling you. I've been showing Jaizaia his matches and stuff. Jaiza's like, wow, you really like that? I'm like, yeah, watch. I even showed him his entrance. Because all night long, the Lionel Richie, how he comes down, dance, he gets the whole crowd.
Yep.
That kid's got more charisma, man. It's
I know.
unbelievable. But so Kota Ibushi and Grand Metalik have moved on to the Final Four.
Yep.
So, like I said, you guys probably, if you watched the show last night, you probably know what the other two matchups are. I don't.
Right.
I didn't look it up, that part. So we do know that we have Rich Swann, Noam Dar, T.J. Perkins, and Zack Sabre Jr.
Yep.
All going to wrestle next week.
Yep.
Ah, man.
I know.
I sure hope Swann wins, but I'll tell you, if Perkins and Sabre Jr. win, how can you argue? You can't argue
No.
with any of these
Nope.
guys.
None of them.
You know?
Well, you couldn't argue from the beginning.
No, definitely not. These guys are incredible.
Every one of them.
Yeah, even like all of the guys. Yeah, the Bollywood boys.
Yep.
There, they were phenomenal.
All
too.
talented people.
Gerv and Harvey.
Harvey, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they were pretty good too. All right, so Cruiserweight Classic Series is coming down now. They're going live with the final, right?
Finals are going to be live, correct?
So the final's going to be live. So that means we're going to see a bunch of other matches, right?
Yes.
Obviously. So
Yep.
you know, let's say Rich Swann wins it all and he takes on Ibushi in the
Ibushi,
final.
yep.
So we may get to see Grand Metalik versus Brian Kendrick.
Kendrick.
We may get to see Tozawa versus
Yep.
T.J. Perkins.
Mhm.
Wow.
Well, think you got to
Wow.
you got to have something. You just can't go right to the main event.
Right.
So, like I said, maybe Kendrick. Maybe they'll throw in a couple. Christ, they might even throw in some other. You never know.
I think we could see Ciampa and Gargano
Oh
again.
my God. What? So they can blow the roof off the place?
Yeah.
Those two? Forget it, man.
You know?
Yep.
And then they could go on Raw and have a rubber match. If Ciampa won, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Really, though.
I know.
This is very, like I was saying earlier, it's
exciting.
very exciting
It
time
is.
to be a WWE fan.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. With NXT as hot as it is, the Cruiserweight Classic Series, do you think they're going to go in? Do you think they're going to wait like a couple of months, or they're going to wait a whole year to do this again?
Oh no. Supposedly, what they're gonna do is, now what I
Yeah.
heard, now with the cruiserweights coming over to Raw,
Yeah.
they're going to already just jump right back in and start bringing more guys up.
Wow, that would be awesome.
Are you kidding me? You're bringing guys from all over the world.
Yeah,
So
that's incredible.
how could you not
Right.
start it back up? Because you figure the cruise. What they say, 3 weeks for the cruiserweights.
Right.
Gee, I wonder why it's 3 weeks.
Right. Yeah.
Because you got
Yeah.
your final 8 / now final 4 / so on and
Right.
so forth, and then that final will be the way they
Yeah.
are going to do it. Couple this match, boom, main event. But I'll tell you right now, there's no way that main event can't go less than 30 minutes.
Oh, no doubt.
No way, man.
No doubt.
No way.
Very, very exciting.
So, by the way, before you get to
Yeah.
this, I got a question asked.
Okay.
So, thank you for asking. Why don't we talk about TNA? Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh into the
Wow.
camera. I'll answer it.
Okay, good.
Shiznit. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, it's-
Don't forget tip your waitress. Here all week. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
Unfortunately, I mean, if you guys want us to mention it and stuff, I don't know, let us know.
Okay, ready?
If I get more than 3
Ready?
people,
Ready? I'll mention it. Ready? Here we go. Hardys win. There it is.
there you go.
There it is.
How'd Mike Bennett do? He probably did good.
Did he do good?
I don't know.
He
Probably.
did great.
Probably did good.
He did good.
All right, so
Terrible.
we're going to talk about the legendary career
Now it's time.
Yes.
All right. Now it's
of
time.
a guy that I've watched since I first started watching wrestling. It
Yeah.
was in 1972.
Yeah, but can you believe how long he's been around?
Yeah.
I mean, and
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
even mean not active. I
No.
mean active.
Right.
I mean, with the WWEF, the whole thing.
WWF is
Right,
started.
exactly.
Yeah.
And how many different tag team partners he has won
Oh, yeah.
gold with.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just an unbelievable worker.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable
I
worker.
got a bunch of things to say. And you know what's really, really weird about this is, he didn't debut till 1965. He was born in 1935. So he didn't even debut till he was 30.
Wow.
Think about that. Now,
Wow.
think about
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? To have that long career that he had.
Mhm.
He had a very long career.
With some unbelievable partners.
Partners, and he managed some great wrestlers, too.
Yes.
Obviously, we're going to go through his whole career. But Harry Fujiwara was born May 4th, 1935 in Honolulu, Hawaii. That's a shoot. They
Correct.
say he's from Japan,
Correct.
but he's not.
That's right.
He died August 28th, just a couple days ago in 2016 in Dandridge, Tennessee.
Yep.
I wonder why I picked Tennessee. Seriously.
It's weird how some people pick places to retire.
It's really weird. I know he wrestled down there a little bit.
Yeah.
With Fuji.
Yep.
I mean, with Tanaka.
Correct.
But so he debuted in 1965 at the age of 30. He retired in 1996. He had a 31-year career, and believe me, at least 20 of it, 18 to 20, was spent in the WWF, WWF, WWE, whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He started his career in Hawaii under the name Mr. Fujiwara.
Yep.
Fujiwara. He won his first championship, was the NWA Hawaiian Tag Titles with the legendary Curtis Iaukea on January 7th, 1968.
Oh my God.
Team with Curtis Iaukea.
But that also goes to show you how far back the NWA goes.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
you figure the NWA with the Crockett's.
Yeah.
And all
Goes
that.
way back
Here we
before
go.
that.
Territories, which they should have never. I think Vince is kicking himself in the ass
Yeah, probably.
because now it's even harder for. Are they really going to go up against these TNA guys?
Right.
Really?
Right.
No, they're not. They
Right.
need to go and they need to have some feuds. Instead of internal feuds, let's go out and feud like they did back in the 90s.
Right.
Nope, you can't anymore.
You can't.
But that goes to show you the territories he was in that you
Yes.
could go to.
Yes. So shortly after, he shortened his ring name to Mr. Fuji and toured many territories, including Don Owens' NWA Pacific Northwest, based in Portland, Oregon, where he won many, many championships, tag team titles, singles titles, TV titles. He did it all there. But in 1972 was when he debuted in Vince McMahon Sr.'s Worldwide Wrestling Federation. That's the year I started watching wrestling. And I remember watching it, and I saw Chief Jay Strongbow and Sonny King have the tag team belts. I seen them once on TV. The next time I saw them, it was Fuji and Tanaka had them. I probably missed a week of television or two. You know what I mean? I was just a little kid. You know what I mean?
Toru
But
Tanaka.
the next time I saw him, I saw Fuji and Tanaka with the belts. That's who he formed a phenomenal, long-time tag team with. And at that time, they were managed by Ernie Roth, the Grand Wizard
the Grand
of
Wizard.
Wrestling, who was known as a very hardcore drinker, along with Captain Lou Albano was a very hardcore drinker.
Correct.
But Fuji's nickname was the Devious One. And he loved throwing salt in his opponent's
Correct.
faces. I don't know if you ever seen this. I'm going to, we're talking about Fuji, but I got to say one thing about Tanaka, okay? There's two quick things about Professor Toru Tanaka that stick out in my mind from being a little kid. He took on El Olympico. I don't know if you ever remember El Olympico.
Oh, well, yes.
El Olympico had a mask, okay? And then when he wrestled in Madison Square Garden, they took the mask off. So he just had the mask on.
Right.
The hood part,
Yep.
but his face was showing. And I'll never forget, they showed a thing, and Tanaka's just looking at him going like this. And then there was another one where Tanaka throws the salt in the corner, and then there was this little old lady. She must have been in her 80s. And she'd come over. Tanaka would throw the salt in this corner and then go to the next corner. The camera would watch the lady. She'd go up. She'd brush the salt off. And on the last corner, Tanaka would go, and she'd go running over, and he'd laugh at her. And then they'd throw it, and she'd brush it off anyways.
Right.
But just funny stuff that
Heel
only
stuff.
the fans really were, that were seeing that in the arenas because most of them weren't televised. I noticed these things when the network came out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Or probably even before that, the network, it was on WWE Classics on Demand.
Correct.
Is when I first saw it. That was probably about 8 years ago that I saw all that. But funny stuff. I'm sorry. And on June 27th, 1972, Tanaka and Fuji defeated Sonny King and Chief Jay Strongbow.
Strongbow.
Yeah, for the WWF tag team titles. They quickly rose to main event status, and he had a WWF title match against the champion, not Bruno,
Oh my God.
Pedro
Morales.
irony
Yes.
for any kind of action
Yep.
Morales, okay? But he lost by countout. I don't know if you ever seen the match that he had with Pedro on TV.
Oh, yeah.
They had a TV match. Unbelievable. I watched that not that long ago, and it still holds up to this day. That
Right.
match is that good. They reigned for 11 months. They lost the titles to Tony Gurria and Haystacks Calhoun,
God.
who I remember seeing in Lowell at the Jane Escapement right down the street from my house. He was so big, man. So big. And I remember we were so close to him. He smelled too bad. Sorry, Haystack. God rest his soul.
Well,
But
he did.
yeah, he did. Man.
Everybody.
Oh.
That's not a work. That's a shoot.
Right.
He did.
Yeah. Well, they lost the belts on May 30th, 1973. They regained the belts on September 11th, 1973, to win their second championship.
September 11th.
Yeah. And Dean Ho ended up replacing Haystacks and was Tony Gurria's new partner on November 14th, 1973. Fuji and Tanaka lost the belts to Gurria and Ho. After losing rematches, Fuji and Tanaka left the WWF in 1974. In 1975, they debuted in Georgia Championship Wrestling. And on September 19th, 1975, they participated in a 4-man tag team tournament. This is very strange. You're going to be like, what the heck? Where they defeated old rivals, Gurria and Ho,
Right.
in Georgia. That's just
You could work territories back then,
that's
man.
weird how, see, that's the thing. Vince Sr. had a handshake agreement with everybody.
Correct.
So they were able to do that. That's how they were able to bring Dusty from Florida up from Madison Square Garden shows to take on superstar Billy
That's
Graham.
right.
Things like that.
Or
very
they could bring up Harley Race from
Yes.
Missouri
Yeah.
and bring them over to, bring them to Madison Square Garden.
right.
That's
They did that many times.
Of course they did, because why wouldn't you want a legit badass in the
Right.
wrestling business
Right.
coming up to kick some ass for you?
Yeah.
Straight up.
It's amazing. Like, I wish I lived in New York back in those days.
Oh, my God.
Some of the guys did come to Boston Garden, but not as much as Madison Square Garden.
nope.
Madison Square Garden, every show usually had one guy from somewhere else.
Right.
A lot of times they were in opening matches. Could be Greg Gagne, could be Vern Gagne, whoever. But so they ended up winning the titles in the finals to win the vacant NWA Georgia Tag Team belts. They would go on to lose the titles to Bob Backlund, who we talked about earlier,
Yep.
and Jerry Briscoe.
God, what a
Yeah,
team.
Yeah, back then too. But Backlund was a good wrestler. There's no doubt. Like in the ring working,
Right.
he was great. Plain, bland, a
Oh.
little. That's why they put him with Arnold Skaaland.
Exactly.
That's why I still think to this date the biggest mistake they ever made back in the WWF was not letting Graham go face.
Yes.
Because
Yep.
there might never have been Hulkamania.
Correct.
There really might not, because it would have been Graham Mania way before Hulkamania.
Better believe it.
Yep.
Yep.
Because the people were loving him already. I remember seeing him on TV with the belt. The fans had signed. They loved him. And he even said it to them, turn me. They wouldn't do it.
Nope.
He was pissed.
Nope, because
pissed.
he was a legit heel.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah, and they left the area shortly after losing the belts. They toured other territories and won several titles. I know for a fact, Memphis.
Yep.
Florida. You know what I mean? They probably even went back to Portland. I'm not positive on that.
If they're in Florida, they're working for Mike Graham at FCW.
Right.
The real FCW.
Yeah, the real Florida
Yeah.
Championship Wrestling at the what was the Sportatorium? Because there was two Sportatoriums.
Correct.
One in Dallas and one in Florida.
That's right.
And wasn't in Orlando. Where was it in Florida?
Mike Graham's his original territory was Tampa.
Tampa. That's where it was. That's where it was. It
Yes.
was in Tampa. Thank
Correct.
you very much, Derek. They returned to the WWF in 1977. So think about this.
Was it?
They stayed as a team from 72
Wow.
at least through 77, I think maybe even 78. They returned to the WWF in 1977 with a new manager, Classy Freddie Blassie. And on September 27, 1977, they defeated Larry Zbyszko and Tony Gurria in the finals of a tournament to win their third and final as a team WWF Tag Team Championship. Eventually, they lost the belts to a very surprising team of Dino Bravo and Dominic DeNucci.
Yep.
Dominic was pretty funny in his interviews
I didn't
back in
think
the day.
they would ever, that was just weird.
Yeah. Well, that was on May 14th, 1978. So for 6 years, they tag teamed around the world.
Whew.
6 years. Now, that's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Even for people that weren't brothers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, Ole and Gene were a tag team for a wicked long time.
Right.
Even the Blackjacks weren't a team as long as that.
No.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
Seriously. So like I said, shortly after they left the WWF, and Fuji and Tanaka stopped teaming in 1979, so actually 72 to 79. 7 years they teamed.
Wow.
And Fuji had success winning several singles titles, including the World Wrestling Council title in Puerto Rico.
Yep, for Carlos Colon.
Yes, and then he went down and worked for Jim Barnett. I think it was in New Zealand,
New
the
Zealand.
NWA New
Yep.
Zealand.
Yep.
And Frank Tunney, not Jack Tunney.
Frank.
In Maple Leaf Wrestling in Toronto.
Toronto. Yep, correct.
In 1981, Fuji returned home to the WWF. Was it the? I don't even know. I think it was still the WWF in '81.
Oh, man.
I think it turned around '82, '83, but I could be wrong.
Well, Junior took over in
'82, right?
was it 82, 83?
It was before '83.
Okay.
That's when Hogan won. Hogan won the title in '83, '84.
84.
Okay,
January of 84.
So he took it over in '82 or '83.
Okay.
So I think it was still the WWF.
So they dropped the W.
Yeah. Oh, nope. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. It says it right here. Should have kept reading. Returned to the WWF, now known as the WWF.
Okay.
So it was in the WWF in 1981. He formed a new tag team with Mr. Saito and was now managed by the captain, Louis
Man, I
Albano.
love Saito.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
He really was. I loved Fuji and Tanaka, but
Saito.
they were a great tag team, too.
They were like the Road Warriors.
Oh, they were, yeah.
Together,
he
and
was legit badass.
they were beasts.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
They began a feud with Tony Guerrero and Rick Martel on October 17, 1981. On Championship Wrestling TV, they defeated Guerrero and Martel, which was Mr. Fuji's fourth title.
Wow.
They held the titles till June 28, 1982, when at Madison Square Garden. They lost the belts to the Strongbow brothers, Chief Jay and Jules.
Yep. Wow, that's
They weren't even brothers.
no.
Frank Hill was his name before
Right,
that.
right.
But whatever. In a rematch on the July 13th edition of Championship Wrestling, a 2 out of 3 fall match, they regained the WWF Tag Team titles. And on October 30th edition of Championship Wrestling, they lost the belts back to the Strongbows. That was the last time Mr. Fuji held the WWF Tag Team titles. But bigger things were about to happen
Definitely.
for Mr. Fuji.
Definitely.
Okay.
I wanna
Fuji retired from in-ring competition in 1985 and became a heel manager.
Yep.
His first protege? The Animal, George Steele.
Steele.
Yeah, I didn't remember that at all. I didn't. I would have thought it was the next guy he managed, honestly. Don
Morocco.
Where he had some. They appeared in vignettes called Fuji
Oh,
Vice.
my
and
God.
was it Fuji Hospital.
Fuji
Ge-
General.
Fuji
Yeah.
General,
Oh my God.
which was parodies of Miami Vice and General Hospital.
Hospital.
And they were very well. They were highly. People loved them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They really did. They were very funny. They were done very well. Other wrestlers he managed, he briefly, I don't even know this, but he sold them to Jimmy Hart afterwards. He managed Jimmy Neidhart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a singles.
Yes.
Correct.
And he's, like I said, he sold them to Jimmy Hart. He managed Demolition, The
Yep.
Powers of Pain,
Mhm.
the Orient Express, Pat Tanaka,
Oh.
and Akio Sato.
Mhm.
His greatest success as a manager, though, came in 1992 when he introduced the Mammoth Yokozuna,
Yep.
who won the 1993 Royal Rumble and 2 WWF World Championships.
God rest his soul.
Yes, the first from Bret Hart, and then the second from Hulk Hogan. Yokozuna's one of the best big men that ever stepped in the
Definitely.
ring, if not the best.
What
honestly,
an agile
I mean,
700-pound guy,
yeah,
man.
Vader was up there too. Vader was at one point was an unbelievable worker. There's no doubt.
Yo,
Stan Hansen, there's plenty of guys.
Exactly, but a guy who's 720 pounds and that can
Dude.
just move like that.
That was the thing about him. He could move. I mean, obviously he's not moving like a cat, but he's moving for a big guy like that. That was the one thing too. And he put on a lot of weight in quick years, kind of like, remember him
Yes.
in Adonis Day?
Yes.
At one point when he was Kikino Maximus,
Yep.
he only weighed like 380,
Right.
400 pounds. And
Right.
then the next time
All
I
of a
saw him,
sudden,
he was Yokozuna.
he was 7
In
bells.
Yeah, well, in the 6, and then he kept going.
Yeah.
Then he ended up being close to 700,
Yeah, it was
if not
crazy.
700 pounds. Fuji was last seen accompanying Yoko to the ring for 6-man matches involving Yoko against Jim Cornette.
Yeah.
Camp Cornette.
Yep.
And what was great about it was Fuji left wrestling. Never in his life was he ever a fan favorite or a face.
Nope.
But at the very end of his career,
Yes.
he was.
Yep.
And he retired shortly thereafter.
Now he what did Hall of Fame in '96?
I think it was 96.
96,
yes.
I think
yes.
it was. He
Yeah,
went to the
it
Hall
was
of Fame.
incredible.
Don Morocco inducted
Yes,
him.
and he really looked old then. To think that he lived another 20 years
God.
after that, honestly, and I'm
I
not.
know.
That's no knock on him. He did. He looked old because he actually, he was. He was old. But and
He
you
was-
know, a wrestler takes a beating.
He was wrestling old, brother.
Yes, yes,
Oof.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
But I mean, you guys know, you guys are all wrestling fans. It takes a toll on your body, which takes a toll on everything. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know because I've never been in the ring. You know. And it's funny because, like, all my friends, people that I had seen in years, they all say, "Oh, you must became a wrestler." No, I never did. And I'll tell you the truth. I'm kicking myself in the butt, that I never at least tried. I can cut a promo just as good as almost anybody, but that's only because I'm a fan of the sport and
Correct.
love it
Right.
so much.
Right.
Remember the one I cut on Aaron Amadeus?
Yes.
Listen, we never talked about this too. I want to bring this up, and I never talked about it, but honestly and truthfully, that kid can work.
Yep.
He can work. That night,
He's a great worker.
he really is. I gave him crap
He was-
on Facebook.
you know-
He gave me crap. Man, that kid can work.
He was trained by a jerk-off.
Yeah.
Who treated him,
Who trained him?
Knuckles Nelson,
Oh, no way.
okay,
I did not
and
know
treated
that.
him like dirt.
Right?
And let me tell you right now, just for Aaron to get away from that guy and to be who he is, Brian, you do a great job, brother.
You do. And
Salute to you, brother.
And I promise you I would give you your props. And you asked me on Facebook, and then this thing, the show goes on, and you forget. I'm such a forgetful guy, dude. I smoked so much stuff growing up as a kid. I'm afraid I'm going to have
Can we edit that? Can we edit that?
No, sorry, man. My mother knows. Don't worry
All
about
right,
it. My
all
mother
right,
knows
all
by
right.
now, But he is a great worker.
He is a
man.
good worker. He is.
And I can't wait to see him again in the ring. You just had a big softball. He posted on Facebook. Good job in your softball game, too, Brian. You know what's funny? Isaiah's godfather, Ryan Pascal, is good friends with his younger brother.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, so he's known, like Brian's known him for years and always asked me, is he any good? I said, yeah, he's good. He's
He is good.
He goes, he's been wrestling for a long time. What, like over 10 years, right?
Yeah,
if
great.
not longer than that.
Brian, you're a great worker, man.
you
Salute
really
to
are.
you.
And my props to you,
Yep, definitely.
Derek, we talked about earlier off the air. We want to give some props to some people right now.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please.
Listen, David Diaz, Jonathan Diaz. I can't say it enough how much you've been there for Isaiah. It's been tough for that little guy, but you guys are awesome. You got a rap career going too, so we'll talk about that next week. I want to maybe we can throw one of your videos up because you own them. There's no reason why you can't.
Give a shout to
You
little
know what I
man,
mean?
brother. Give it to
And
him.
Isaiah, buddy,
Give it to him.
I'll be picking you up tomorrow at 10 o'clock, even though you won't see this till afterwards. But I'll tell you anyways that, you know what I mean, tomorrow when I pick you up that I talked about you. I love you, buddy. I'm always here for you.
Right here, bro.
Always.
Right here,
I'll
brother.
be here forever.
Right here.
Your Nana, Maria, will always be here for you. We love you.
Got you, brother.
We're going to be going to see Ring of Honor on September 30th. I told you about that last night. You must be excited. Real quick, we got about 8 seconds. Beyond Wrestling's coming back October 2nd in Somerville. NECW's got a big show coming up. I want to say it's, oh, man, you freaking always do
We'll
this.
do it next time.
All right. Peace.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.